Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're showing you guys the secret hidden map on Halo 2 that was actually playable. So, back in the day, some people discovered that Halo 2 had an extra map on it that you're normally not supposed to be able to play. In fact, it's not even meant to be a playable map. But people found a way to make it playable. And right now, what you see here, this is the list of the original maps, and at the very bottom are two additional maps that are included in the game files, and they're on MCC as well. They're called the single player shared map and the shared.map. Both of these obviously are used for single player and multiplayer. What they are they're basically just resource maps, like map files containing shared resources and shared assets that other missions or other multiplayer maps will, draw from to reduce file size of each map, so you don't have to duplicate resources on every single map. But it turns out the single player shared map specifically, with a very simple main menu mod, could be playable. No changes need to be made to that single player shared map itself, and you could actually load it up in custom games. And actually multiplayer worked back then. People actually played on Xbox Live as well. But you could load into the map, and this is what you would get. This is what the secret map on Halo 2 is like. It's actually fully playable, and it's actually got quite a lot of stuff on it. It even has the cut unused health pack on Halo 2. It's just right there on this map. Now it does despawn pretty quickly on this map, so I tried it again, and this time I took my shields down the grenade and just to see if I could pick it up. And as you can see, the health pack is still functional in Halo 2 on this map. I can pick it up, and it does seem to help. It does seem to actually work. As for the other stuff on this map, there's a bunch of weapons placed around, but only a few of these weapons can actually be picked up and used by the player. And it doesn't matter if you're an elite or a Spartan. So I'm just gonna pick up a couple of weapons here, and let's continue the grand tour of this map. So just look around all the vehicles here. It basically, it's almost like a test map. Like it's the entire map is just one big box, one big empty box filled with pretty much all the bipeds, all the vehicles, all the weapons, and so on. So all the shared weapons and vehicles. So I'm just gonna show you guys around and kind of explain the history of this. So like I said, back in the day, back in the OG Xbox days, people did found out that this map was playable, and it even worked on Xbox Live. People would have modded lobbies where they would host games on this map. Unfortunately, that was 2 decades ago. Well, maybe not 2 decades, but it was over a decade ago, a long time ago. And since then, that knowledge of how to do this was largely lost. Actually took a lot of digging through really old forums to find snippets of information here and there to basically relearn how this works. And finally I figured it out again, and it only actually works on the original Xbox. I did try the exact same method on the PC version of Halo 2, as in Halo 2 Vista, and I also tried on MCC as well for PC. Neither method works on those games. It either just crashes the game or you just get a black screen. So this map can only be loaded and playable on the original Xbox version of Halo 2. So for whatever reason, when Halo 2 got ported to PC and then later MCC, this map it got broken a little bit, I guess, or the way Halo 2 works, it was changed and it can no longer actually play on this map. But this map, the single player shared.map, and actually the regular shared.map, even though they're resource maps, shared resource maps, they do have, a BSP on it, a whole room. They have weapon placements, spawn points, and all that. That's why they're fully playable. But for some reason, the regular shared.map for multiplayer is not playable on even on the OG Xbox. That one you just get a black screen, and I couldn't find a way to fix it. So it seems only the single player shared map is playable. If you're wondering about newer Halo games, like Halo 3 or newer, they also have shared.maps. But there's nothing on those maps. They're all just raw resources on those maps. There's no tags, there's no scenarios, there's no structures or maps in general. So Halo 2 original Xbox is the only one that has a shared map that's actually set up to be playable. And my guess is that at some point this was meant to be like a test map for Bungie, just to place everything in a map and just, you know, test things. This isn't the first game in the world that's ever done something like this. I know like other games, like I think Skyrim, maybe some other games, they all have like a secret test map or like a test room somewhere in the world where all the objects, all the weapons, everything is all like placed together in like one room, and you could just access it that way. So it's not uncommon in game development. It's just pretty interesting that this happens to be, it still exists in Halo 2, and it's actually playable. And it's a pretty interesting map as well. Like I said, it pretty much is everything that you would find in single player. A lot of common stuff in single player. Even has Gravemind Seneca there, as you saw earlier. But yeah, so that's basically what the purpose of this map is. Now, this map may also look familiar to you if you've seen some of my older videos. A video I did a long time ago, taking a look at one of the Halo 2 betas, like the one with the cut mongoose on it. That beta also had a version of the shared.map, which was also playable with a you know, correctly modded main menu. And that shared.map was just like this one. It was a big empty box with a you know, a few weapons on it and some vehicles. But what was most notable about that map is that the it contained the cut falcon on that map, as well as like a couple other interesting cut weapons. So that was what it was like on a beta, and it was playable back then. But of course, it's changed a lot into the final version of Halo 2, and you know, now it no longer has those cut vehicles anymore. They simply don't exist anymore. But you know, there's a lot of new stuff on this map, and it's pretty interesting to explore. And you know, if you have like System Link set up for your Xbox or XNK, you could technically still play this map with other people. It does support multiplayer, so I don't know. You could do like a 1v1 on this map somehow if you really wanted to. But aside from that, you know, it's not really meant for gameplay. But it is a cool showcase map, and a really cool like technical map to look at. And of course, an important part of Halo history as well, because you know, this was something a lot of people did back in the day, but sadly, a lot of that knowledge has been lost, and just like barely any like videos on YouTube from back in the day covering this anymore. And a lot of them are just lost to time. You know, a lot of inactive channels or inactive accounts were deleted, or videos taken down for whatever reason. A lot of old forums were shut down. And like the videos that were around are like super grainy and like 144p, or like video camera to like CRT TV recordings, so really low quality. So I wanted to tackle this just for the memories, to bring it back and to take like in more detail, and of course in higher quality. So there you guys have it. That is the little secret hidden map in Halo 2 that could be played on without really modifying that map at all. Only the main menu had to be changed so that it could actually accept that map. But yeah, so hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting, and if you did enjoy it, then as always, make sure to leave a like. I'll leave your thoughts in the comments, let me know if there's anything else you want me to check out or look into. But other than that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!